That sheet comes together with the mold. Sucks it right into that mold down there. See that tiny mold? The sheet ends up having to go back under the heater. And you heat it to a certain point, then it comes back forward. The mold comes up to it, down on it, and makes this create other mold. These are for these, right? These? No, this isn't the one?
Some kind of injection molded switch.
Well, they're for parts, for assembly, they're for putting in all the little pieces so they can put them together. But did you ever get one for this stuff? Yeah. They've got ours with some kind of a tray system like this they have for all the little parts of these. So they can put them all together. Here it comes.
Yeah, watch this.
All come off.
Plastic got more? I don't know.
That's one method. Yeah.
I think because of the noise.
What's that?
That's a cover for a drum pump. It's formed over here too. Different material.
Well, this is your shipping department, I think.
Shipping?
Or your, okay.
Excuse me.
What product do you? Let me get this. What product do you manufacture?
Well, we're a job shop, so I do anything and everything.
Okay.
My customers are people like Kodak, Xerox, Bausch & Lomb, and all sorts of smaller companies that they produce products, and I make components for them. Every job I do is different. Every day it's something different. Every month it's 10 different jobs.
Well, I thought you were providing models or something for various.
What we do is, people are familiar with manufacturing and job shop. You do all sorts of different jobs for other people. I quote on 50, 60 different things every month, hoping to get from other people. I don't actually produce a product myself and sell it direct. I produce other people's products.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It could be
like a subcontractor?
Yeah, exactly. It could be a handling tray for somebody who needs to handle components and ship them here and there. It could be covers for equipment manufacturers. This covers a pump. It could be, I'll show you on the other side, we do decorative pieces, guards and panels for electronic equipment. Some of it I design, some of it comes to me already designed.
Is this your mother-in-law here?
Yes.
Oh, I see. What's her name?
Beverly.
Beverly. Oh.
But the basic company is what they call vacuum forming.
Oh.
Did you catch that on the video?
Mm-hmm.
Where we use heat. Plastic goes into the oven. It's heated up over a certain amount of time. Depends on the thickness. We can do anywhere from 1/10 of an inch thick to 1/2 inch thick. 1/10 of an inch thick, it's only in the oven for a couple of seconds. If it's 1/2 inch thick, it could be in the oven for 5 minutes. We were just running this yesterday, but this comes out with a lot of scrap around it also. See how she's setting the scrap aside? This particular one has to be saw cut. And then in the back there, you see that piece of wood that looks like a loaf of bread?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the foam.
This goes down over that, and we cut it off so it's nice and flush. Mm-hmm. That's called shaper trimming. A lot of things we do, this is one of the simpler operations. A lot of things might be even more complicated. We've got to go in and machine out areas and do punches. I'll show you some.
Well, that really
cases on the
fits in
other
with
side.
what your degree is in, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what that's more
To
like.
a point. I mean, my degree is in packaging.
Yeah.
This is packaging.
Yeah.
Handling trays.
But design
But
and
because of the vacuum former and running a company, I need to diversify outside of just packaging to other products that can be vacuum formed. I'm out selling to anybody who could potentially use a vacuum form part. I'm there knocking on the door. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary.
Oh.
Started out with just this space right here. Now we expanded into the other room. And this is for the other half of the business. Just got a big shipment of stuff in. Displays, acrylic displays. Oh, here's one this one I got vacuum formed, but this is going to end up being 8 feet tall. With sinks in it like that. It's a display for American China. Where here we're vacuum forming, we're cutting and putting together bolts and screws and things like that.
So this is stuff that I've always seen out there, but never knew who did it, right?
Sure. Here's a display for Timberland. All they do is send me the cut-off toe, and I encapsulate it in an acrylic cube. It's all got to be cut and routed, glued. Set it up on top. Is there any of the other display units here? Just the toe. Here's another, like I was telling you, a little more complicated. We form it and trim it, but all this stuff has got to be machined out. It's all very tight tolerances, plus or minus 5 thousandths. We just finished that up yesterday.
You make components for like the fan?
I could.
Could, right? Well, it sure looks like it. You could.
Real high volume like this is what they call injection molding. Where they actually melt the plastic, inject it into a mold.
I've tried to repair that stuff.
Say somebody they had a fan they wanted to manufacture, but they're only going to make 1,000 a year. Well, an injection mold for this panel could cost $50,000, $60,000. I could do something similar to this on tooling. It only cost maybe $2,000 or $3,000. But that piece injection molded might cost $3. My part's going to cost $25. So
I was telling you about the
application is there.
Yeah.
Timberland displays. Well, here's a couple units. These are the brass grommets for shoes, and then most of the displays are different types of shoes. These are different types of shoes.
Now there's what I always heard.
That's what started.
That's what started.
There's a shoe shelf for Daniel Green. There's that's a equipment cover for a piece of X-ray equipment.
Shoe grommets. Handling tray for your laced shoes, like hiking boots and stuff. This is a toe off with Timberland shoe. Demonstrate now.
So,
one of the cute ones, Paul, was a double section case where we had between them there was a hole and a piece of the leather was mounted in it, and then there was water up in that upper part with a blood pressure valve on the bottom, and what you did is you took and pumped the air. You could watch the air go through the leather while you was breathing, and you'd see it bubble through the water, but then the water never went back through the water.
What's that, for Gore-Tex or something like that? Or?
No, it's the Timberland leather product. It's actually the leather product.
Waterproofness of the leather.
Oh.
It's a cover for.
Where's Chuck Debbie?
Chuck's out playing golf.
Yeah, they celebrated their first year anniversary.
What's that?
Debbie's caddy.
Yeah.
So it sounds like time for golf.
There's those stairs. Well, I helped
Well,
Chuck build all this, and then that one night,
what was the deal on these things now?
That's what started it all.
right here, what they're doing is wiring them together, getting ready to go into mold.
Oh, probably.
These are hands. These are feet. This is a hip, right?
That's a
Or shoulder.
tibula or a fibula. It's the upper part of your leg.
Or the knee.
Yeah.
That's not called the femur, is it?
No, it might be the femur.
Because we are doing
That's
pelvis.
bone, actually bone.
Oh yeah, that's real.
Yeah, that's
bone.
real human
It
bones.
must have bleached it.
Yeah, they
And
go through a
basically,
pretty extensive cleaning process.
basically they're the.
It's not only got to be bleach, it's got to be microorganism deactivated,
Yeah.
so it's been all
But
sanitized.
they're the only ones in the United States now that are doing this embedding with human bones.
So you use the human bones as models.
No, they're
It's
embedded in
it's
the
mold.
plastic. They're
Oh, I-
actually embedded.
I buy
Oh.
the,
They're really big at home. I seen the heads.
Here's a skull in here being worked on.
this skull is all done. It still has to be roughed in.
Oh, then, oh, I see, then you,
When you're all done, here's a hand that's finished.
oh,
That's a finished hand.
yeah.
I never did
For medical purposes?
Yeah, it's to practice taking x-rays.
Oh,
well, basically 3M X-ray film
Nobody
salesman,
will
right?
volunteer to be dosed 300 or 400 times.
oh,
X-ray machine.
and that's a skull, huh?
And when we get done with that, that'll look like a head. It'll have a neck and a jaw and a nose and sockets for the eyes.
Yeah.
Just like it's got to be as closely as possible. They're a little lax. But
These are not the
as
first ones.
anatomically equivalent as possible. So that all the thicknesses needs to have more meat on the sides and
The
less
resin
on the top.
acts as a
Same with
flesh
the bone.
density.
Oh, oh, for the x-ray purposes, huh?
Right.
Well,
This
how much
mimics
research,
human flesh when it's X-rayed.
how much
Have you
research
ever-
did you have to go into to do that? That must have been,
Not much because it's a
Well,
process that's
you
been
know,
around for 50 years.
the funny thing is that the company that originally had this here on it worked right in this place, and
around the corner.
Chuck was one of their employees.
So what happened was the company I used to work for, Precision
Oh.
Packaging, bought MBEX, M-BEX, Medical Biological Embedments for X-ray. They used to do the sheet forming that you saw over on the other side. They used to do displays like I just showed you. And through a period of about 8 years, they got out of it. And I took a pay cut in October of '91. And I was delivering pizzas for a while to try to make up for it. Racking my brain trying to find different ways to make money without doing that kind of thing. And I'd known about this for years, and known that they had stopped doing it because I used to buy all the bone from India.
oh, yeah.
India outlawed exportation of human remains in '86,
Oh.
and the owner of the old company retired, went out of business, so they stopped doing this. That suddenly dawned on me one day, and knew their main customer was 3M. I just went to the phone book, looked up the number for 3M, made a couple of phone calls, happened to get a hold of the guy who used to buy these. Still interested if I can supply them? Yes. If I can supply you good parts, how many would you buy? Well, 100 hands, 50 skulls. Hands go for $700, skulls go for $1,800. Hold on. Let's go into business. So we made a sample and got our DBA in December of '93. This bing bang boom.
This right here is what, 700 or 800? 700. The skull is what, 1800?
So what kind of a volume are you pumping out here?
It varies. Right now we're real low. When 3M places an order, we can be doing 40 hands at a time, 50 hands at a time.
Oh,
If they place an order for skulls, it's usually 20, 30 at a time.
Yeah, I still haven't. Well, yes, I did see a torso just before you moved over.
We're going to start one in a couple days.
There you go, Mom. They'll be embedding this.
It'll actually end up being a torso and a pelvis separated. And all the wire will be gone, and this will all be felt to mimic the cartilage that's in there. This will be taken out. Well, I think we'll probably, that'll be felt too. Got a little over 3,000.
I take it this is your break room.
Yeah. They probably broke down and bought a refrigerator.
It's called the break room because if they don't want to eat lunch, they're not hungry. They just come in there.
That's right.
Gotta have a break
My
room.
dad does this all the time. When
Are
he
you
stops-
trusted?
He stops sometimes. And just,
Are you trusted to go to the break room whenever you want to and come back to work whenever you want to? Unlike me.
I'm an owner, so I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, but you have co-owners, don't you?
See, he's been here this week and I haven't done a thing.
You have?
I got one meal. That was a poor one.
Oh,
I cannot.
I see. Paul, here's the mold. This is the mold for those things up there.
Oh,
See, this is one they sort of made up.
does the wooden part, the female, or the male wooden part,
That is actually,
go down over?
No, that isn't the
that is
one. 'cause
actually
it's
for
under
the sand
slope.
casting. That mold is casted, and this was the pattern that the caster made to produce a sand casting.
And then the
That wasn't
mold-
really for that, because that one has an angle on it.
Oh, all right. This isn't the mold, this is what
That's
made
the
the pattern,
casting.
created the casting with. Because the mold isn't solid, it's cored out.
So you have that aspect over there. You have this, as well as the break room.
That's it.
That's it. Oh, okay. So what do I fade out on?
Whatever you want.
You work all aspects of the business as a co-owner, and you do all the different types of work. Tom was saying something about you actually do. Each of you have your own skills.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like somebody's the administrator, or maybe the.
Pretty much.
So.
Pays all the bills and handles all the invoices and things. I handle 90% of the sales and most of the engineering. And the partner who's not here, Chuck, he's the expert on tooling and setting up the equipment, fixturing things.
And how many people are you altogether?
There's 3 owners and 2 employees.
So someday when you may have thousands of employees, huh?
I'd like to think that.
Well,
I wouldn't mind that. I can sit down in the Bahamas and
yeah.
answer my cellular phone.
See, this is the kind of thing us federal employees always dream about. You know,
Okay.
we're salaried. You know, we have, you know what I mean. We're going to get out. We're going to make, do our own business or whatever. You know, and we never. Well, very few of us ever end up really doing that. So, but it's something you dream about.
Actually, here's one my dad was talking about. It's not finished.
What is
The
it?
idea, that was the 2-piece with the leather in between. The
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So you say sometimes you take small orders, and oh, you've got a phone call right now coming in. I understand. Not that $1 million order? You're not going to do that, huh?
I don't want to hang it up that much.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll pick something else to fade out on then.
Keep it in the water though. Go back. Okay. Why don't you go this way instead?
Really?
Turn around, let's go the other way.
Gosh, you have to take your shirt off. Oh, you'd be right in.
Hi. I'm Cool Man Danny.
Say hi to your mom.
Hi, Mom.
Say
Hi.
hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Kristen.
This is Zinnia's Miracle.
That's Ken. That's Annette. That's, what's your name?
Holly.
Holly. That's
These are,
Vicky.
these are more zinnias. Here's the
That's
X-ray and
Vicky.
seal.
These are more zinnias.
They'll be like a dry, look like a dry blower.
Hey, Bean. This is the pool.
Right.
Take a close-up of the pool, Grandpa.
Okay.
Then your sunflowers.
Come on, help me. Zoom in.
Huh?